we are also in an era of unprecedented parity in the NBA. The last 5 years, a different team has won the NBA championship each year. That's tied for the second most consecutive seasons without a franchise winning multiple championships in that span. So that's not usually the way this sport works. So the charge I gave to myself was put together a fundamental list. If that streak is going to go to 6, meaning if we're going to get another champion this coming year that is not one of the 5 teams that won over the last 5 years, who's it likeliest to be? And I'll give them to you right now. Starting at number 5, I'll put the 76ers on there just because I think you can't rule them out. With Embiid, I don't know what they're going to do with James Harden. My gut tells me they might be better off if he isn't there anymore and they turn Tyrese Maxey into their second most important player, which he probably should be. I like the coaching change there. Nick Nurse is a championship coach. I think you have to give the 76ers a puncher's chance. I also think you have to give Phoenix a puncher's chance just because of the 2 guys they have in the middle of it all.
Yes.
I'm not personally a believer that this is going to go well. I don't think Chris Paul is going to be there. I don't know what they're going to do with DeAndre Ayton. But I think it must be said, if you have Kevin Durant and Devin Booker, you at least have a chance. So I'll put them in there at number 4. At number 3, it's probably a year early for them, but I love what I see from Sacramento. They were a win away, and they needed to learn. That was like an old school teams that are knocking on the door and looking to break the door down, and eventually they will. Again, they've got the players to do it. They've got the guys there who I think eventually will do it. They need the seasoning. They got a bunch of it. They were in there with the champs. They saw exactly what it took, and in Game 7, they weren't ready. But I think they will be coming up. It might be a year early for them, but Sacramento is going to be a team to be reckoned with. I'm going to put Miami at 2. Not because they were in the finals, but because I believe they're going to make a huge move.
Yeah.
I think the Heat culture has become something that a lot of the NBA stars are attracted to, and I mean that by the Heat culture, literally the term that we use. Plus, everyone wants to be down there, and everyone loves the no-state taxes and everything else. So whether it's Damian Lillard or Bradley Beal or someone like that, I believe they will add a big-time player. As currently constituted, they wouldn't be 2. But I think they will add the piece. And the number 1 is clearly Boston. I still can't. Look, they were in the finals 2 years ago. I still can't believe they lost that Game 7 on their home floor. But I've changed my mind from they need to break this thing up to they need to keep it together. They will eventually figure out. Their players are too good. They're too deep. The coach needed a little more seasoning. I think the Celtics are clearly the best team in the league that hasn't won the championship in the last 5 years. Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.